We're going to talk about the latissimus dorsi, big broad muscle of the upper back. There's only one muscle in the body that connects the arms to the spine, and that is your latissimus dorsi. Latissimus attaches on the inner side, inside of the humerus bone, and then it comes down to attach along the back. It attaches directly into the spine, and then it ties into the thoracolumbar fascia, thereby indirectly connecting to the pelvis. Again, it's the only muscle connecting the arms to the spine. It's our swinging from the trees muscle before we came to walk bipedaling, and it tends to be very, very tight on a great many people I work with. As a yoga teacher, I have my cues that I'm looking for to kind of diagnose people, and one of them is what's going on in the base of their rib cage. What kind of relationship do the bones, the base of the ribs, have to, let's say, the skin or the world? Very often you'll see people who their front ribs tend to flare out and open, and that is an indication of tight lats. When the lats are long and loose, the front ribs soften down. So here's a lat test. This is a really classic physical therapy little thing. You're going to stand with the feet a couple of inches away from the wall. This is called cactus on the wall, and this is not a particularly nice thing to do to somebody. So feet a couple of inches away. Feet a couple of inches away from the wall. My middle back is on the wall. That's mostly because my head is off the wall. I'm able to get my middle back on the wall. My lower back is off the wall. My elbows are at the height of my shoulders. My wrists at a right angle. My wrists are on the wall, and all 10 fingers are on the wall. So I'm able to do that with the head off the wall and down. Trying to put my head back onto the wall. That's a lot of work for me. I'm feeling it in the upper back and it's like the medial spine and the scapula, the inner spine, and I'm tight in the suboccipital muscles, so they're kind of freaking out. But I can do this. I can get my head back, and there's not a ton of constriction in the throat. And the truth of the matter is I don't have much by way of lats, so I can keep this going. I can keep everything flat, and I can stretch my arms up as I go, and I can keep everything really connected. But that's because, in my case, we're looking at very long, weak lats. My issue being I can't do pull-ups, which drives me crazy. That's because I don't have a great deal of tone in the latissimus dorsi. And as a result, I can do this shape, but that's not just a great thing because I don't have enough tone, even though I do have the stuff going on at the base of the suboccipitals. What I use this for in the context of the walking program is what I see with a lot of people when they're walking is very tight, restricted upper backs. I want people when they walk to twist in a natural way. Every step is a spinal twist. Very often the upper back gets locked up and rigid. So to me, very often, not always, but that's an issue with your lats. So I'll put people against the wall and I'll have them and do the shape for a while to see if after we, stress out the lats a little bit by stretching them, when we come off the wall and start moving, we get more freedom, more release in the upper back. So again, lats are the broad muscle of the upper back. These are the muscles I mentioned, suboccipitals. It's, I have a slight rounding of the upper back, slight forward head issue. So that's always the work for me, is how do I get that back up. So again, we're talking about the lats in the context of testing their tone against the wall and in how I use them for walking.